Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Star Fox 64 playthrough. We are in part 3 of the expert mode playthrough, and this will also be the final part as well. We only have a few more planets to do, I believe, only 5 of them to get the gold medal on, so... Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, only 5 left. So, starting off today's video, we have Katina. Katina is... this is actually a pretty hard one. This is, like, I think the most brutal... Well, I don't know, Bulls is pretty bad, too. But this all-range stage is... I don't know what it is, but the enemies here just are relentless with crashing into you. Like, even more so than, like, other stages, I feel like. They just seem like they're the most aggressive in this one. Like, I literally find myself turning in some cases, and then just, there's a ship right there I run into, and then I lose my wings, and it just, it sucks. It really, really sucks. And I feel like my troops are not exactly in the greatest shape. I actually came from Sector Y as well. And for some reason, those bosses really love hurting Falco. I think it's because Falco's the one that found, like, the secret route to Sector Y, so they're trying to punish him because because he helped Fox find the harder path, I guess. Maybe that's why. So yeah, for this level, really see, like, right there, I got a really nice combo for that, like, not gonna lie, but yeah, they just, like, bodied me right there. But yeah, for getting the medal for Katina, as I said before, it can be really difficult. You have to, like, really... You have to make a very calculated decision on when to go for specific things. Like, you definitely need to focus on getting rid of the, like, the grunt soldiers first. But you don't want to ignore the mothership, because, again, hitting the hatches will give you some bonus points. And I think it's definitely worth going for those. You just have to be, like, fully aware of the number of points you have and remember the bonuses you can get. Because, like, if you defeat the hatches early enough, you'll get, like, +5 or something. And, you know, that's essentially, like, one... trying to make sure I do the right math here. 5 times 20 is 100, so 150 would be 30, so yeah. You know, getting one of the hatches early enough is 1/30th of what you need to win this, so, you know, it's definitely worth focusing on them whenever you can. Like, I decided right there that this would be a nice time to get at least one of them, now that I'm, like, kind of at the halfway point. And then just remember that when the core appears, just kill as many enemies as you can. As you're passing through the middle, make sure you hit the core a couple of times. That way, when you feel like you're within striking distance of the medal, just kill the core, get the medal, and then move on. That's really about it. And yeah, be on the lookout for, like, good combos on this, because that is one thing that can definitely help here. Being able to, you know, get some fully blasted shots on enemies, and then there's likely going to be a lot of enemies near that blast, so you can potentially get some extra kills just by, like, creative use of, you know, looking for enemies grouped up and everything. So, like, right here, I'm like, okay, I'm over 100, maybe I'll try to get another hatch or 2, or just 1, got 5 more points. This definitely feels like a really good run. Like, I feel like if you're at this point with, like, around 120, that should be a good feeling. If you actually turn at, like, the right location, where there's, like, a lot of enemies, you have to, like, kind of think about, well, okay, I might be able to get, like, 5 or 6 kills in one swoop. See, I'm at 125 now. Yay, I lose my wing again. Yeah, it's just a constant battle of, you know, killing guys, losing your wing, getting your wing repaired. Fighting guys again. Go for the hatches. Oh no, you lose your wing again. It's really obnoxious. So yeah, if you have like a 130 when the core appears, that should be good. Like I feel like that is, you know, that's a good time frame to be at. So yeah, there I decided to do a little extra damage to the core. Then I'm like, okay, let me focus on some kills. I have 30 seconds to do that. I see these guys grouped up together. I'm like, oh my god, these points would be so good. Don't get the combo like I wanted, but still. I can now count the number of kills I need on one hand. And I think at this point, this was like, okay, I need to just go for the core now. And remember, another thing you can remember is you can also just not kill the mothership if you have enough kills. Like, you will still get the medal even if you get the bad ending. You just have to make sure you have the kill amount and that your, you know, your troops survive. That's really about it. And I feel like I didn't like lose a lot of like allied ships in this either. Like, I didn't get the best ending. Like, I didn't get the super secret Katina ending. You'll know if you get the ending because Bill and Fox say something different. Like, I think Bill says something like, I'm really glad we're on the same side, or something like that.
You too, Bill.
But yeah, there's a lot of allied ships there, but, you know, there were a few that died, I'm sure. It's really hard to, you know, get that ending, though, because not just, you know, in terms of you killing the allied ships, but also your allies destroying the ships, too. Whenever the allies mention, like, oh, there's, like, these ships that... How do you tell the good guys from the bad? That means they shot down someone, so you literally can't have, like, any of those, like, phrases happen. So yes, we are in Solar. Solar, again, is only 100 KOs, which is honestly pretty nice, because it's just a very short level.
Looks like you could use some help, Fox. Don't get too excited. Here we go. Hey, see if I help you, man.
It's like, I'm here to help you, Fox. Thanks, Bill. Hey, why'd you shoot me? Oh, God. So yeah, Bill just helps you get some power-ups here. That's really about it. But yeah, you really need, like, for this level's medal, you definitely want to use bombs at very specific points. Right there, I think, is a good point where you could use one. Right there, because you have all those, like, little dragonflies flying in. Actually got kind of lucky there, because Falco's pretty much about dead.
I can't take it anymore.
And it seems like you do get, like, kills for not just the big rocks, but also the little rocks that pop out, so... It's all about getting, like, a nice mix of all those kills, basically. So yeah, I have 3 bombs, which is honestly good. That should be enough to do this, especially since I think we'll have a lot of, enemies here. And we actually have another group of enemies. Boom. I feel like I didn't get as much as I could have right there, if I'm being honest. Could have also done a little better with those rocks at the end.
This is the enemy's bioweapon?
But here's the bioweapon. We gotta shoot him down, so let's do that. Be careful of that swinging attack. I know one time I did that, he just completely destroyed my wings, so I had to redo. Because I think I took him out too slow. And it's like really hard to hit this guy from a distance.
Here they go.
See, it's really annoying if I don't get the +10, and even if I get the +5, which is the second one. That's not enough to get the medal in this case, because it'll be +5 and then 1. So it'll be 99, 1 short, but I think I'm still capable of getting the medal here. Okay, come on, get him! No, he's going back in the lava. He only has a little bit of health left, though, so we should be able to get him here. What is he, a dolphin?
Yippee! You did it!
That actually burned up my wings, I think. Wow. Well, thankfully I was able to get him in time. But yeah, that's Solar. And with that kind of marks the end of the third playthrough. Which I know is weird to say because...
I'm having some trouble here.
Yeah, because I ended the second playthrough on Titania, came back for a third playthrough to do these 2 planets, and now I'm going to do another run because I need to get to Sector X so I can get to Sector Z, so... Also, yeah, Falco, you didn't look too good right there, gotta admit. So I'm gonna go ahead and warp on over to Sector X. I'm taking the left path. And this was after I went to Katina, so we will be seeing Bill here shortly. And like I said, Bill is actually a huge help for this, because he actually makes getting the warp a lot easier.
Looks like a warp. I'm gonna open the gate. Back me up. Bill, you're okay. Of course, I'm here to help.
I guess the reason why Fox said, Bill, you're okay, because I think
Something's not right here.
going to Sector X from Katina means that you essentially failed the mission on Katina. Even though that wasn't the case, I did succeed, I just decided to go the other route.
Just one more.
So I think that's why he said, like, Bill, you're okay. You didn't die a horrible death.
Hey,
Good.
take it easy, Fox. Don't let us down.
So there we go, we got the warp. And, well, let's just go ahead and warp on to Sector Z. Because we don't really need to see the warp again. Okay, Sector Z. With no cat coming to make getting the missile KOs harder, this should, in theory, be a lot easier. There is also something that I admittedly never showed off in this level. But there is actually a little cinematic sequence you can do where if you approach the Great Fox from a certain angle and like towards where the area where you go in, like basically the hatch that you can like go in with your R-Wing. If you actually approach that with your R-Wing, you will actually get healed and you'll come out of the other side. So if you are low health, you do have that at your disposal, which is nice. But
Get this guy off me.
I don't end up showing that off because I didn't need to, I guess. But yeah, I'd say treat this level pretty much like you did before. Kill as many ships as you can. Definitely go for those little turret things to get, you know, some extra bonus points. And most importantly, get the KO for every single missile. Can't stress that enough. That's pretty much a requirement. That's like, you know, 66 of the points right there. That's a third. All but a third of the points you need for this level.
Oh no!
Which means you really only need, like, 34 normal KOs. And yeah, definitely go for the missiles. Don't give your teammates a chance to blow them up. Your teammates mean well, but they don't mean well for you getting the medal, that's for sure. But yeah, I got kind of lucky right here. I was actually able to get like 3 of these things like right off the bat. And that's like 10 points. I got a nice combo there, got a kill there.
I won't let you get away from me.
In fact, like I think at this point, as long as I get like all the missiles from here on out, then I should be good, because 5 times 10 plus the 5 for the missiles themselves, yeah, that's 55, so we have enough. But see, I at least have this in a way where it's like I have a bit of a buffer where I can still kill some of the enemies here and get some extra points in case they do kill one of the missiles. Realistically, you need to aim for 5 of them. If they get 1 of them, it's like, well, you might have enough to reach out and kill like enough enemies. But yeah, with no cat, you know, as much as I hate, you know, not having cat here to help us out, getting the medal should not be an issue, especially right now. We just need to get 2 of the missiles at this point.
I'm heading for the missile now.
I think I even like quite literally decided right here. It's like, wait, why am I going for enemies? I have enough now. Okay. So here we go. Missile time. Okay, got 1 of them. Just need to get 1 more. Okay, there we go. We're good. And I actually got all 6, so ended up not being that bad whatsoever.
Rob, is everything okay? Great Fox is okay. That was a close
Great
call.
Fox is fine. There is a fly in the ignition room, though. Please kill it.
Don't worry, Slippy's here.
Slippy, seriously. That's a phrase that just... I just don't feel that comfortable hearing that. Okay, last main stage of the game. Sector X. Oh wait, no. Sector X. Area 6. I don't know why I just said Sector X. This is definitely Area 6. This is hard. It's a fun planet. This is still my favorite planet in the game, like hands down. But it is pretty difficult. Expert mode does really put you in the in danger, I guess is the best way to say it. So just do your best to survive, especially if you're like me and starting out with just the normal laser or the just normal blaster. You probably won't be able to get these like weird little satellite things, so just do what you can. Get as many KOs as you can. And whenever you see a chance to get some laser upgrades, take them. Also, yep, Great Fox will give you some extra kills as well. I don't know what I was doing right there. That was totally a dumb thing to do. I almost thought about just like taking a death right there, if I'm being honest, but I decided to do something different because, I mean, we're almost at the midway point at the very least.
Not yet, sir. They're on me. I'm getting careless.
So here, Peppy will get destroyed.
What's taking you so long, Fox?
I actually did pretty good with protecting him right there, though, admittedly.
Ah, sorry, James. Loud.
Oh god, these guys. And I'm actually really surprised that I survived an encounter with 2 of these guys. That's not something that happens all too often, I'm gonna say that right now. So, full disclosure, I do actually die and then come back to there. Because I had no wings, I was very low health, I just decided, let me just die really quick and start over from the midpoint, since we've reached the midpoint. Plus you get like a good laser blaster right here early on, so that's another reason I was like, yeah, it's good to get this right here. So for this section, definitely try to use fully powered shots on like the deck of these ships, because you'll get all the turrets and that'll get some really nice combos. Not to mention Great Fox will also you know, get the combo for them helping you out as well, so definitely a good way to get some good points here as you get close to the end.
The last line has been breached! These guys are crazy!
Yep, and there we are. We are over 300 and we're at the boss.
Enemy ahead! This one's different.
Crud! We were so close to Venom!
Okay, so let's go ahead and do this, and you have to be really careful right here, because as usual, if these arms hit you, you will lose your wings. So avoid the arm attacks if at all possible. Even if that means you have to do this boss a little slower, it's worth it. It's worth not having to, you know, redo the second half of this level again. Not that it's not that hard or anything, it's just, again, just in the interest of you not getting like super frustrated and having to constantly do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, yeah!
Use the tentacles to open the core!
Hey guys, once again, if you are sensitive to bright flashing colors, please turn away until the end of this attack, because once again, it is very intense. So, just warning you guys. So don't look at the screen. Oh boy, that frickin' laser. What's kind of annoying is there's a chance we might see it again, too, because... So I don't have the blue laser, so I don't quite have enough firepower to get it down. Okay, once again, don't look if you don't like flashing colors, bright colors, flashing. And there we go.
You did it!
So yeah, I didn't destroy it fast enough to get the 10-point bonus, but we were well over 300 anyway, so we were good. And there we go. That's Area 6. So we got one more stage to go. And then we're done with this game. Thank God my allies actually healed quite a bit too, seriously.
Hold on. We're entering Venom airspace.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do Venom number 2. Which means Star Wolf is back.
Don't get too cocky, stop.
Now, I don't kill Star Wolf as quickly as I did last time, but that's kind of to be expected with expert mode, and just the fact that I don't even have the blue blaster either. I still say it's about the same though for the most part. So don't worry too much about this being that much harder, but you know, there is a slight difficulty increase at the very least. It is also worth mentioning that there's actually a nice little trick for this level. Assuming you don't want to like see like all the cinematics and everything. But when Star Wolf is like first approaching, if you skip that cutscene by like just like mashing the buttons, you actually kind of get like a nice chance to actually fire at the Star Wolf team early enough, like while they're coming down into the battlefield. That's something you can do if you're having trouble with this stage. I don't have that much trouble with it though, so obviously it's not something I had to do, but again, you have that option if you're not super confident in taking these guys down.
I'm on your side. Take care of the guy behind me, Fox.
Man, yeah, Pigma is really, really going to town on Peppy here. He's also about to die, too. I think I actually hit Peppy right there, which is kind of interesting.
Not yet. The party's just begun.
Yeah, Wolf is like really going to town on me, too. Wow, I get both Pigma and Leon at the same time. That's kind of cool.
There's one more to go.
So I think we have just Wolf left. We just have to take him down now. Wanted to heal first, though, because I was taking a bit of damage.
But I'm better.
Yeah, Wolf actually says that if you try to maneuver around him with the somersault. When normally he says, like, what the heck, that time he says, you're good, but I'm better. Also, he ran into me because reasons, so I lost my wing. God, I hate that so much. Well, thankfully the rest of this should be pretty telegraphed. It's pretty much the same as it would be in normal mode, so you're not really missing too much.
I've been waiting for you, Star Fox.
Also, if you go the right path, you can get, like, I think both lasers, I think you can get a couple of bombs, and I think you can even get a 1-up, too. I don't know the path at the top of my head, though, unfortunately. But here we go, the fight against Andross. Andross, the insane fool. He really is a fool, though. It is actually kind of interesting that, like, you know, all the fights with Andross have been pretty much like this. So when it comes to, like, games like Smash Brothers, it's hard to imagine it as anything but, like, you know, an assist trophy or maybe even a boss battle in, like, best case scenario. Until they do something unique with him, he's probably not going to be a playable character ever. So let's go ahead and take on the true form, the brain of Andross. And yeah, he's a little more aggressive in this fight. I found that the eyes were actually, like, really At first, they don't seem like they do that much, but after a while, they actually do try to kind of go after you. Still never really found the best, like, most appropriate way to fight this boss. Especially once you get rid of the eyes and have to actually aim for, like, Andross's weak point. I know someone in the comments was saying that you can't really, like, afford, like, outrunning him, like, while he's chasing you. You kind of have to just, like, kind of, like, keep holding, like, either L or R, or L or Z, because, yeah, or R and Z, sorry. Not L. But you have to kind of hold, like, both of those in whatever direction they correspond with, and kind of just try to, like, maneuver around him, and then at some point he'll open up and you'll have a way to, like, shoot him, or shoot the weak point. That's kind of what you have to aim for when you're trying to do this boss efficiently. Okay, there we go. Now we have just the brain. And see, I like whenever I get, like, him to warp, because sometimes when he warps, he actually kind of makes himself vulnerable after the fact. So you kind of have to use that to your advantage. But sometimes, if, like, you don't get enough shots on him, and if you get too close enough to him and he doesn't warp, he will start to chase you. And I never know what to do when he starts chasing me. But yeah, like I said, don't focus, like, on trying to outrun him or outmaneuver him in this way. You have to do more, like, kind of like tight turns and stuff. Because when you're doing tight turns, you're actually kind of working around him to the point where you can actually see its weak point for a little bit, and then you can use that to your advantage. Doing it like this, like, he's just going to keep on following you. And that was kind of my big mistake here. And it's so weird, because as a kid, I honestly do not remember struggling with this so much. But, like, I can honestly say for certain that I likely just, you know, did what I was supposed to do, and it was fine. And see, here I got worried, because I think he was kind of chasing me again. But then I decided to do that strategy, and sure enough, it did look like I was actually kind of making progress again. So I think here it was just a case of realizing too late what the method was.
If I go down,
And yeah, there we go.
you with me?
That scream. That scream is actually, like, pretty loud and kind of uncomforting whenever you hear it.
Don't ever give up, my son.
Father?
Father? I see you're wearing shades, my son. Good boy.
Follow me, Fox.
Yeah, I think he'd be proud. I think he'd be proud of me wearing those shades. So yeah, there we go. That's Star Fox 64. We're going to get our last medal. We've essentially 100%ed the game. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to show off every little thing involved, but yeah, this is the last run.
Never give up.
The last run through the Venom base. And someone actually mentioned that, like, the game, like, aside from, like, just the fact that, you know, this scene actually happened, it is actually worth mentioning that during the credits, at some point, when you see, like, all the ships take off, you do kind of see, like, a white little light,
You've become so
which is
strong.
supposed to imply that that is James McCloud's ship, so it's hinted at that he is still alive. Maybe I'll try to like call attention to that or something in like the post-video stuff here. I'm not going to show the whole credits again, just a few things.
What's wrong, Paul?
Once we're done with this little cutscene.
Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
But yeah, there we go. That is Expert Mode. Again, pretty much just like the main game. I don't think you necessarily get anything majorly worthwhile by doing it. I think just some multiplayer options. Also, here's like a image you can see if you do manage to do the hard path on Expert. Didn't quite get my best score. But still, I think second place is a decent score at least. Plus, I mean, that run also had Zonus as well. But yeah, one other thing you get for getting all the medals in Expert Mode, you get a different title screen. And yeah, you can move the 64 on this title screen as well. I'm not sure I actually really like this title screen as much, though. I just kind of think that Fox shouldn't be there, like, on the left-hand part of the screen. I kind of like when you could see, like, his entire body and his entire form. But yeah, that's going to be it for Star Fox 64. I've already kind of closed the project before in the previous ending video, video 7 of the project, so like I mentioned, next Star Fox playthrough will either be Star Fox 2 on Super NES or Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube. It'll likely be Star Fox Adventures, but again, I can't predict the future. So you're just going to have to bear with me, and we'll find out what that playthrough will be at some point. At this point, I just do not know. As far as some other things to mention, as I have talked about before, there are some multiplayer options that you can access in this game. I'll talk more about like the multiplayer and what it consists of during those multiplayer videos whenever I get around to them. I'll have to ask some of my friends if they want to, you know, collaborate on that and do that. But essentially, it's just playing a few stages, not necessarily from the game, but like some, you know, modified stages from the game in like all range form. The entire multiplayer is basically an all range mode, so it's not like you go through stages and compete for scores and stuff like that. But, you know, there's a mode where you try to destroy each other. There's a mode where you try to get as many kills as possible. You know, typical Star Fox stuff. And if you get a gold medal on Venom in the normal path, I believe you will unlock the use of Landmaster tanks in multiplayer. And then I believe if you get the gold medal on Venom in the Expert path, it's either the gold medal on Venom in the Expert path or it's all the medals in the Expert path. I don't remember exactly. But you also get the ability to have on-foot combat as an option too, and that was always one of the most interesting and exciting extras to unlock. But again, I'll definitely talk about those more and showcase those more when we actually get to those extra videos, so stay tuned for that. And as far as anything else to mention, there are a couple of ending sequences and images that I didn't really get to show off with just the way I decided to handle this playthrough. First off, if you beat Andross on the normal path and on the easy route, you'll get kind of a teaser that Andross is not really dead. Kind of a teaser that, oh, you didn't actually take on his true form. And basically that just kind of hints that, yeah, try the harder route if you want to get the quote-unquote true ending. And we did see a unique image at the end of this playthrough, but there is actually another unique image if you just complete the easy path on Expert Mode. So I'll go ahead and showcase that as well. So those are those two things. And right here, I'm just going to show a quick clip of what is often perceived to be James McCloud's ship, Fox's father. That's something I didn't really even notice, if I'm being honest. It is something that's kind of, you know, if you pay attention and notice small details, you can see that, but I am not one of those individuals, so it's harder for me to notice stuff like that because my attention is just so distractible, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to showcase to you guys. This has been a fun playthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be starting something new next week. You can also expect the Pokemon Emerald Extra videos to start coming out at some point soon as well. So stay tuned for that, and hope you guys had fun watching this playthrough. It's been fun playing through the game again. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. This has been SlimKirby. Thank you guys, and I will talk to you guys next time. Later, folks.